Welcome to today's Explainer. We're jumping straight into something literally every business leader, startup founder, or manager hits at some point. It's like hitting a wall. Today, we're taking a journey from that overwhelming operational chaos, you know the feeling, to a highly functional, lean, and seriously thriving business. And we're going to do it by unpacking a proven, highly structured system. So let's just dive right in.
Let's start with a quote that pulls no punches. Your business is bleeding time and money. Ouch, right? That's from project management consultant Simant Borthakur, and it's designed to hit you right in the gut because, let's be honest, it validates a frustration so many founders feel. You start out with this crystal clear vision, and then, bam, the messy, complicated reality of running a day-to-day operation completely collides with that dream.
So I gotta ask, does your reality look a bit like this? Are you running your business, or is your business running you? Honestly, it is incredibly common to wake up one day and realize you're just a full-time firefighter, constantly putting out operational blazes instead of actually building the thing you set out to build in the first place.
Let's look at the actual symptoms of what we can call the trap of chaos. Just imagine looking at your phone right now. 47 unread WhatsApp messages from your team scattered across 5 different groups. You've got half-built projects that just got scrapped because a client completely changed their mind. And through it all, there you are, the founder, sitting at your kitchen table at 11 p.m. giving micro-approvals for everyday tasks. It's visceral. It's exhausting. If you're nodding along, trust me, you are definitely not alone here. But here is the massive pivot. The thing you really need to hear today. This is a system problem. It is not a people problem. Just let that sink in for a second, and maybe let it relieve a little bit of that founder's guilt you might be carrying around. You don't have a bad team. You are not a bad leader. You just have a structural flaw in how work flows through your company. And the best news? Structural flaws can absolutely be fixed.
And that fix is Scrum. Now let's strip away the jargon right off the bat. Scrum is just the world's most popular Agile framework. Agile is the mindset, right? It's about working in short cycles, getting feedback fast, and adapting before you burn through your cash. Scrum is simply how you make that mindset operational. It uses highly structured, short work cycles. And please hear this, it's not just for tech developers coding in a dark room. It's basically an operational tourniquet used by everyone from a 10-person startup in Bengaluru to Fortune 500 companies in New York to stop the bleeding of time and money. Now you might be thinking, okay, but does this actually work? Let's look at the numbers. A 30% efficiency gain. That is massive. And it's not just theory. It's anchored in hard data from McKinsey Global Surveys and Scrum.org. When you stop the chaos and apply this framework, you literally instantly start stripping away wasted effort.
And it genuinely gets better. We're talking 5 to 10 times faster decisions. Agile teams move with this incredible speed compared to traditional management setups. Why? Because the system actually empowers people to make the call based on real-time feedback. No more waiting around for that 11 p.m. founder approval to move a project forward.
But what really blew me away is the bottom line impact, a 23% jump in commercial performance. That's a verified stat from J-Curve Research. It proves that building a strong Agile culture isn't just about making your team feel less stressed, which is great, obviously, but it directly and massively impacts your revenue. There's a reason the enterprise Agile transformation market is projected to hit over $96 billion by 2029. This is a structural shift in how competitive businesses operate.
So how does the whole thing actually work on the ground? Let's translate a couple of the core Scrum terms into plain English. First up, the product backlog. This is just your master priority list. It's a single, highly visible list of everything your business needs to deliver, ranked strictly by value. This completely replaces that chaotic WhatsApp tracking we talked about earlier. Simply put, if it's not on the backlog, it doesn't get worked on. Period.
Next, we have the sprint. A sprint is just a fixed, 2-week focused work cycle. Your team looks at the top of that product backlog, and they commit to specific, realistic things they can actually achieve in those 2 weeks. That boundary is everything. It forces focus. For 2 weeks, there is no endless firefighting, no completely changing directions midstream. You just put your head down and execute the committed work.
Let's ground this in reality with a real-world example. Take this 15-person digital marketing agency in Northeast India. Before Scrum, the founder was literally the ultimate bottleneck. Everything lived in Excel and WhatsApp, and the team was constantly over-promising to clients. But look at the after. The founder steps in, uses one visible backlog, and they run 2-week sprints. At the end of every sprint, they review the work with the clients, which builds incredible trust. The result? Predictable delivery, and the founder finally gets their time back to actually grow the business.
You might be wondering, Does this work for physical products or just digital services? Oh, absolutely it does. Look at this custom furniture MSME. Before, they were plagued by late design changes, huge inventory pileups, and departments constantly pointing fingers at each other for delays. After adopting Scrum, they treated every single physical furniture order as a product backlog. They ran weekly sprints, pulling sales, design, and production into one coordinated team. By reviewing physical prototypes with buyers early on, they caught changes before they turned into expensive rework. Lower costs, stronger trust, it's a real game changer.
To summarize the compounding benefits of these kinds of transformations, let's break down 4 huge wins for small and medium businesses. First, time to market. You're getting things to customers in weeks, not quarters. Second, customer retention. Enterprise research shows a 10 to 30-point jump in satisfaction because clients see actual progress, not just empty promises. Third, team engagement jumps 20 to 30% because your people have clear goals and real autonomy. And finally, leaner operations. Ruthless prioritization means way less rework and way fewer emergency fixes.
Okay, we've seen the huge benefits, but here's the plot twist of the whole explainer. This is a founder problem. It's not an IT problem. If you're sitting there thinking, awesome, I'll just send my manager to a Scrum workshop and wait for the magic to happen, I've got to warn you right now, it will fail.
The data on this is super striking. McKinsey looked at hundreds of these transformations, and when Agile is treated like just another IT tool, the success rate is a dismal 30%. It just turns into theater, renaming meetings, buying more sticky notes, but nothing actually changes. However, when leadership truly gets it and engages, the success probability skyrockets to 75%. So the absolute key here is your active participation as the founder.
You actually have to step into a role called the product owner. In Scrum, the product owner is the decision maker who sets the priorities and, this is crucial, protects the team from scope creep. You have to stop being the bottleneck micromanager. Instead, you become the decisive engine driving the whole system. You decide what needs to be done, and then you step back and let the team figure out how to do it during the sprint.
So how do you actually start this without completely overwhelming a team that's already stressed to the max? Well, you start small. Here's a super actionable, jargon-free 5-step plan. Step 1. Pick just one product or process. Step 2. Write out a rough, visible product backlog for it. Step 3. Form a small, cross-functional team of the people doing the actual work. Step 4. Run 2-week sprints with a quick 15-minute daily check-in to clear any roadblocks. And Step 5. Just run 3 or 4 sprints as a low-stakes experiment. Get feedback, learn, and adjust.
And while you're running that initial experiment, keep your metrics simple. Seriously, don't overcomplicate it. Just track lead time. Are you getting things done faster? Track customer satisfaction. Are clients happier, seeing step-by-step progress? Keep an eye on your defect rate. Are you seeing fewer errors and less rework? And finally, track team morale. Does your staff actually seem more engaged because they finally have clear, achievable goals?
Which brings us to the final thought I want to leave you with today. Are you going to keep fighting fires, or are you ready to run your business in sprints? The data is clear, the framework is proven, and we know it's a system problem, not a people problem. All that's left for you to take that deliberate first step. Start small, stay consistent, and scale what works. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer. Now get out there, stop the chaos, and build the organized success you envision on day one. Catch you next time.